Hi Leo, my name is Olivia and this is my channel OJC Astrology, and this is for Leo Rising, Leo Ascendant. Before I get into this, I do want to say that if you have your Leo Rising like really early, you may want to check out the sign before Cancer. If you have it really late, you want to check out the sign after that, which is Virgo. Personally, as an astrologer, I believe the Ascendant is the most important point in the chart because it maps out all your houses. So if you are a Leo rising, that means your DC, your descendant, your 7th house cusp is Aquarius. It means that your 10th house cusp is Taurus, your MC is Taurus. And it means that your 4th house cusp, your IC is Scorpio. So Leo risings, automatically what I will call you all is the performers. And the thing is that Leo risings, first of all, you're gonna sense these people because they're always moving, they're always laughing. These are people who have great energy. But if they have good self-esteem, because if they don't have good self-esteem, then the thing about Leo energy, so what rules Leo? The sun. So people that have Leo rising, wherever your sun is, whatever sign it's in, being a Leo rising, you already carry this vibration of like if you have the sun in the 1st house. So the thing is that you want to shine. Leo risings want to shine. And if you don't feel like you're shining, you guys can be heavily negative. And the thing is because you're meant to shine. So this is why Leo rising, one of the most important things for you all to discover and embrace is confidence and high self-esteem. Because if you don't have high self-esteem, you're gonna feel like you're not gonna feel good about yourself. And that's not good for a Leo rising because the 4th house is Scorpio. So Leo rising has really deep emotions. Like you guys have gone through transformative experiences through your life, through your mother, through your home life has been kind of chaotic, and you've learned a lot. Like you've gone through a lot of changes. You guys have very deep emotions. And the thing is that you kind of protect that. Like you don't necessarily want to show that because the 4th house is not something we show. The 4th house is the house that we're comfortable in. This is where we are who we are. We are who we are. So deep down, like I almost said Scorpio rising, Leo risings have a dark soul. Like you guys have deep desires. You however you feel it deeply. However you feel about yourself, you feel it deeply. But the thing is that you want to keep things light and you want to feel like you're shining. So you don't necessarily bring this to the surface. But if you don't feel good and you are going through something traumatic or you are going through some dark paranoid type of feelings, you're not going to feel like you're shining. You're going to want to go away. You're going to want to, when people leave me the fuck alone. Like, don't call me. I don't want to go nowhere. Like, you guys will have that type of energy where it's like, you get too close to the sun. If they don't want to be seen, they're going to burn you. They're going to burn you until you move and get away from them. So it's very important. If you are a Leo rising and you're watching this, you have to develop positive self-esteem. You have to believe in yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to honor yourself, because if not, you could really get down in those dark emotions and you really start to like wither and you won't shine, and then you'll feel even worse because if you're a Leo rising, you are here to shine. It's what feels right for you. So you owe it to yourself to feel like you are somebody worth something and you are here to shine and that you are this type of performer. So Leo rising, for the most part, these are people who are creative. They usually have some type of creative hobby. It's usually something that's going to get them attention. These people love attention. Like good or bad, really good or bad. They'll favor it to be good because if it's bad, it's going to put them deep in their 4th house and they're going to want to fucking get you back. They're going to be vengeful. But for the most part, they want positive light. Like they want to show love. They want to be showed love. And the thing is that you can't even really help it. When these people are vibrating high, they're natural creators. These people crack a lot of jokes. These people they're very lively. They're very lively. And again, if you're not in that space, these people are gonna feel off. Like you're gonna feel like something you don't know what's really going on with them. And that's the secret, their secret emotions with Scorpio in the 4th house. Now, the seventh house is Aquarius. And the reason that Leo risings can be so open and flamboyant and dramatic is because they're really so accepting. They're so accepting of how other people are and who people are. So a Leo rising is never going to tell you who you can or can't be. So this is why you better not ever tell a Leo rising who they can or can't be. Because a Leo rising sees people for the uniqueness they are. And a Leo rising will see a person and be like, damn, that person is really good at this, this, and this. They should like profit off that. Or like, damn, that person is really good at this. Nobody is like them. Have you ever checked them out? Like a Leo will be your hype man. A Leo rising will hype you up. They're that friend that will believe in you and put you on. Like, so one thing you're not gonna do to a Leo rising is make them feel like shit or make them feel like they can't be who they are or they can't achieve something, because they're very accepting of other people. So they really want that back from you. So you have to be open and accepting of a Leo rising or they're gonna shut you out emotionally. And now, the 10th house is Taurus. Now here's where things get a little tricky, because Leo rising really wants wealth. Like, Leo risings don't want just a stable job. They want to be rich. They want to have abundance. They want long money, old money, wealth. These are people who really, really love the idea of having this position in the world and having a flow of income and being stable. Because with the 4th house being Scorpio, you guys have gone through a lot of experiences where you felt emotionally not safe, where you felt really threatened, or you felt like things were not secure. So more than anything in this world, you just want stability. You really just want to feel like you have all of your needs met, you're saving money, you're stable. Like, you guys really, really want that type of stability. And a lot of the times you guys feel like you're at your best when you're just kind of like all alone with yourself out in the nature. Like, you guys are the type of people that can just go stand outside and kind of just take the sun in and just feel like you're chosen and feel like you're here for a reason. Like, you guys are highly, highly spiritual and creative and artistic people, and you have good energy. You have vibrant energy. And the thing is that you definitely are here to create a legacy for yourself that's long lasting, that's stable, that's wealthy and abundant. But one thing I'm going to say is, so Leo rising, right? So your 12th house is Cancer. So if you're a Leo rising, that means you have the spirit of a Cancer, and then unconsciously you are like a Cancer. And then our 9th house is really like the sign that we can learn from. So your 9th house is Aries. So here's the thing. Leo, with Cancer being in your 12th house, one thing that you guys have to always remember is that you are in a lot of ways the keeper of your emotions, and you guys are very highly psychic. Like, all of the water, all of the fire risings are really psychic, because their 12th house is water, and all of their water houses are water. Am I saying that right? Either way, fire risings are all really spiritual because their 12th house is a water sign. And with you guys, with Cancer being there, unconsciously, you guys, like, you know that you have to like be there for yourself in a way. Like, Leo risings have a lot of emotions. And the thing is that you think of Cancer is the moon, and then Leo is the sun, right? So when you're a Leo rising, unconsciously, you're the moon. Like, when it's just you and your own mysterious world, your own unconscious self, you are the moon. And you have a lot of feelings. You have a lot of emotions. You panic for certain things. You yearn for certain things. You want someone to be there. You really do crave that. You want someone to really accept you. You know, you want to feel like there is something watching over you. You want to feel safe. So with the 12th house being Cancer, a lot of you guys realize in your life that you have this spiritual warrior quality to you. That even though you really just want to get what you want, because that's really Leo rising wants to get what they want. They feel like they deserve shit. They feel like they want the credit they deserve. But the thing is that because you have the spirit of Cancer, you're an emotional person. Like, you have emotions that people don't understand. And like, sometimes you guys are coming from a chaotic space. And sometimes you guys are really like emotionally charging things without even really being aware of it. Now, the reason that you learn from Aries is because it's your ninth house, and the ninth house represents like the phoenix rising moment, right? It's Sagittarius, it's the Jupiter house. It's where people become enlightened, or it's where they gain some type of wisdom, they grow or evolve. So the reason that Leo rising can learn from Aries is because Aries is gonna show up for themselves whether they're a winner or a loser. Aries is gonna be a winner whether they win or lose. And the thing with Leo rising is because the 12th house is Cancer, when you guys don't feel like a winner, when you feel hella emotional, when you feel very chaotic, when you feel like nobody's giving a fuck about you, and that happens a lot with Leo rising, like they feel like nobody gives a fuck about me, because you guys crave this deep intimacy with your 4th house Scorpio, and unconsciously the 12th house Cancer is that you want to feel like somebody gives a fuck. Like, you want to feel like if you died tomorrow, people would be crying and devastated. Like, you guys really want that. Your water houses are water, so you want that. And the thing is that sometimes you guys just show the performance without the moon. You bring the world the sun, but you don't share the moon part of you. But you learn from Aries in your 9th house because you have to always be willing to be yourself, Leo. And this comes with the territory of that. You guys will think that because you're always in the state of performance, that you have to always bring this positivity. You always have to be your best. Leo risings put so much pressure on themselves to be their best. And this can really make them inside feel like they're not appreciated. It can make them feel inside like nobody's really there for them. But the thing is that Leo, you create that. You create those emotions because you feel like you have to you feel like you have to like be the best you all the time, when you don't. Like, you really don't. Like, who you are, the spirit of you is Cancer. You go through a lot of phases. You go through different emotions. Like, you guys have gone through different things. A lot of Leo risings have had very, very, very crazy experiences, spiritual experiences, even supernatural type of experiences, because the 8th house is Pisces. So a lot of you guys have gone through very confusing, like, subconscious shit that you don't even really fucking understand. And like, you guys have a lot of emotions that you don't show because you feel like you have to always be your best for people. And with the 7th house Aquarius, you compare yourself a lot. Like, one of the biggest fatal flaws of Leo rising is this incessant desire to compare yourself to others. And the thing is that you don't need to. Like, you are a star. Like, you are a star. And that's what matters. Like, you are a star. And the thing is that deep down, you know other people are stars because your 7th house is Aquarius. You know that everybody has something to offer in this world. But the thing is that sometimes you compare yourself so much to others and you don't even necessarily show your vulnerability. So then you kind of are here as just this person who wants to perform. And like, sometimes people read that wrong, or people want to shoot you down or knock you down because, well, I can't even say why. I just know that that's a Leo rising experience. I know that a lot of Leo risings go through this in their life where they feel like people don't really support them. They feel like people don't really like see them for who they see themselves as. But it's because a lot of you keep hidden. So people can't fully believe in you if you don't really show them who you truly are. You know, Leo rising, they feel like they need to be their best. These are the type of people who want to show out. They want to show off. If they have money, they want to spend it. If they have money for everybody, they want to buy around. Like, if they have it, they want to flaunt it. So Leo rising really wants to feel like they can flex at any moment. But the thing is that that's because you dream of the Taurus midheaven. Like, you dream of always having this money to flex, and you always want to be in a position of power. But sometimes you're not. Like, sometimes your 4th house, you feel betrayed. Sometimes you feel like your heart is your secret and people won't know it. And sometimes with the 12th house in Cancer is you're going through these motions and these phases, and like, you put on this show, you put on this you put this on, but then sometimes it's not well received because there's a lot that's not being shown. The thing about the sun is it burns through, right? So when you have Leo in the first house, sometimes you guys push so much of your light out that it blinds people and they don't really see you because they see what you're pushing out so strong. So, Leo rising, you have to learn to connect with your emotions. Like, you have to learn that you are an emotional being. You're a human being. You're not just this star, this performer, this creative, you're not just an artist. Like, you're a human being who goes through things, who wants to be accepted, who yearns for that acceptance. And like, this is what the people close to you know. Like, people close to you, they're very close to you and they know you. But not everybody knows you. And the thing is that Leo rising, sometimes it's like you guys can try so hard to be someone worthy of acceptance and worthy of praise when you are that as you are. Like, you don't have to be anyone else, or you don't have to try. Like, who you are is someone worthy of acceptance no matter what, because who you are is someone who's willing to give that to anybody. And that's why you deserve it no matter what state of being you're in. You deserve that acceptance. You deserve that love. You don't have to be someone different to receive it. So Leo risings are very charismatic. These are people who are creative. They're funny. They're open. They're the type of person that's not gonna rain down. Like, they're not gonna throw a bunch of dark light on you. They're not, because they want everything to feel good. They want to feel like they're shining, so they're not even gonna necessarily want to like throw hate out, because then it messes with their vibe. And then they start to feel weird things. Then their fourth house Scorpio starts to kick in and that paranoia kicks in and they feel like, well, did I do something? So for the most part, these are people who are down for a good time. They're down for the ride, but you have to know that these are very fragile people. Like, these are people who they're sensitive to criticism. They don't want to be compared. These are people who want to feel like they're a star, they're one in a million. Like, all Leo risings deep down want to feel like they're one in a million, because deep down their spirit is coming from Cancer, so they're highly vulnerable. Like, these are vulnerable people, and they're also very spiritual. You guys are very, very spiritual, because Pisces is the 8th house, and with Pisces being the 8th house, you guys know more than anybody that you could be at the wrong place at the wrong time, and you guys know that there are some things in life that people experience that don't make any sense, and you guys have seen addiction firsthand usually, or you have seen chaotic, delusional things firsthand. You guys have seen it, so you just kind of want to be this light. You want to be this person who puts on the show, who makes everybody happy. But then it's like, make sure, Leo, that you're not doing that at the expense of your own emotional state, because sometimes Leo risings are doing everything to kind of like get this energy and like show people love, but then they feel like they don't feel like that. Like, then they feel like, well, who's doing that for me? But the thing is that Leo rising, all in all, one thing that you guys really need to remember is that it isn't all about you. Like, sometimes you guys like really, really can only see something from your ego, and you're only seeing something from your point of view and from what you want, because the 4th house Scorpio is selfish. You guys feel like you deserve what you want, to the point to where you don't necessarily see how other people feel. Like, Aquarius 7th house is, you see them, you see what makes them who they are, but you don't necessarily see how they feel. And this is why sometimes people get a weird feeling towards you, because you have all of this energy and you want people to feel you and praise you, but it's like, are you there for them emotionally? And if you're not even there for yourself emotionally, what makes you think anybody's going to be there emotionally for you? So that's kind of when it comes down to. It's that, make sure that you believe in your performance. With Cancer in the 12th house, you guys can really have this motive, this emotional power, this surge of psychic connection and meaning. And then you guys could give a performance of a fucking lifetime. You guys, in a lot of ways, your whole life is just this legacy of this performance. Like, you guys leave a trail of icon behind you, but it's only when you mean it. Like, it's only when 9th house Aries, you're not afraid to be who you are. You're not afraid to stand up or stand down. You're just not afraid, period, to be who you are. And when you use that 12th house Cancer and you really mean it, when you perform from your heart, when you give it all you've got, and it's not just for clout, or it's not just for attention, and it's because it means something to you with Cancer energy, that's when you really, really shine. Like, that's when it really, really shines. When you know why you do what you do. You Leo rising has to learn their unconscious self. You have to, because you have to realize your motivations. Because if you're doing things just for the sake of getting the attention, that's gonna lead you into people that don't give a fuck about you with Aquarius 7th house. Like, that's emotionally detached. So sometimes Leo, like, you're doing stuff and you're attracting the wrong audience. You're attracting a crowd that doesn't really care. So that's why you have to be sure of who you are. Be sure of why you do everything that you do. Therefore, you're never in a position to where someone can put out your flame, or you're performing for an audience that doesn't even really see you. So make sure that you see you, Leo, and that you know that you are a star, and that you connect with yourself. You have to learn to connect with yourself if you really truly want to shine and reach this legacy that you seek. Like, you have to go there. You have to get real with yourself. It's really the only way. But nonetheless, you guys are performers, you're artists, you're creative people, you're great energy. Like, my best friend is a Leo rising. Like, you guys really can bring out the best in people. You make people shine because you shine. Just really truly make sure that you're shining for the right reasons, because it matters to you and only you. And you're not comparing yourself to someone else or letting someone else tell you who you should be or do what you should do. And that's what I'm going to say for Leo rising. So thank you all for being here. If you like this video, you can like it, comment, share, subscribe. And yeah, I love all my Leo risings. Again, my name is Olivia, and this is my channel, OJC Astrology. And now let's go to Virgo.